Hey y'all, so I went from adding my keyboards directly into the MPC as a new thing for me personally. I did it sometimes in the past with my very beginning beats, but real formally making this a relationship and not about sampling off records necessarily. Next step for me is now I'm going to start running these through this effects unit before it goes in, because one thing about the MPC is that it doesn't have a lot of built-in effects. It doesn't actually have any. You could add an 8-out and effects card. I had one of those in the past, but let's be real, it's not that cool anyway. It has kind of a reverb and kind of a, I don't even remember what phaser, I don't know what it was, but it's not really worth me doing that in 2025. So that being said, I'm gonna start bringing in some wet signals from these things. Also add some different textures, because especially the Mellotron is very dry. There's like no effects. This Osmos has some built-in effects, but this will give me some different character to the sounds as they come in. Similar to how this Helicon Voice Live gives me character if I want to bring some vocal things in with some different effects on it. So far I made these chops today, and I'm going to turn them into something. So what I'm doing right now is I'm editing the beginning of all the samples, because I sampled them in, but let's say I trigger it like this. There's a gap between when it starts, and I want to start right when I hit the pad. So I'm going in and I'm trimming all the sound, the empty sound, the silence before each pad. So it does that. And then we'll get to show you what's all on these pads. All right, so I put all the sounds on all my pads. What I did was I set a metronome to 120, and then I recorded to that into the machine and turned them into samples, and now they're all on these different pads. Here's what I got so far. Let's see. All right, I also put them to all on a note off so that they don't play out and I don't have to hear the craziness all the time. I got hella, lots of, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. We took songs from the keyboard, ran through these effect unit into here, and then I took out all the silence before all of them. So now I have all these sounds. That one I'm not going to use. That was the wrong note, but kind of a top line. And these are my sequences so far. No drums so far. It's long, so bear with me. Couple layers. I'll fix that. You know what I mean? Those are too loud, so I'll pull those down, obviously. So that's the rough version of where it's at right now. A lot of potential, and I'll next go to drums. But I love melodies, and creating these melodies and these harmonies is really fun for me. Now that being said, once you get the sounds in here and you're laying all these things that are super thick and have a lot of overtones and all sorts of frequencies, you can't do much as far as EQing within this, really. You have a filter you can take off the top, but otherwise it's all about volume. So as I add more sounds, I will be changing the volumes of the different sounds drastically, so that by the end it comes out of the machine through just the left and right signal, you know, just a stereo signal, not a whole bunch of tracks in the computer, just a stereo signal of the entire composition from this machine, feeling well balanced and round. To be continued. Thanks for coming along on the journey. Miles, Bonny, tell a friend. Take care of yourself.